Continue.
Ah, forget it. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Please take cover until the danger has been eliminated.
Trying to steal the X2 transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter. Intruder, return what you have stolen from X2. This one, I'll make...
Bitch ass down.
I got one!
Shit.
Groovy, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. Who can I hide you from today? We're okay on medics, until we have to numb the pain.
Are you?
Are we being watched?
I don't know. You tell me.
You and me gonna accomplish great things, baby.
Test data processed. Firmware updated to version 1.4. Impulse accelerator online.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, how about that? Old auto doc's back online. Well, all right. Come here. Let's have a look at you.
Can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline at the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them. Also, and I won't swear to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
I'm feeling a little unwell in my head. Can you perform a psychiatric evaluation on me?
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want?
Wait. No, not now.
Well, I'll be right here. You require some additional services?
What does it do, though? Yeah.
And rightly so, I should think.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
You require some additional... Bone's connected to the leg bone. Leg bone's connected to the... You require some addition. You require some addition.
I'll do that later.
Ooh, oh yeah, baby. Feels good to be online again. Yeah, all circuits online, ready to receive your seed.
I command you to open your port and receive my seed.
Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist earth. Launching interface.
Alright, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta chill. You went too into it, bro.
Well, hello.
Thanks again for this. You're platinum, baby.
You're let.
Oh, God, look at you. You're filthy. I suppose you'll want to clean up then?
You seem worried about dirt. What's wrong, even though you're a sink?
Oh, it's just so unsanitary. Do you know how many germs are in 1 cubic centimeter of dirt? 70, 100, gajillion. Would you want that getting washed down your gullet day in and day out? I didn't think so.
I just came to fill some empty bottles.
Oh, I'd love to, darling, but the circuits that allow me to dispense water into non-organic containers burned out years ago. You'd have to find a replacement for that module.
Alright, bro. Alright, give me a drink.
You can have as much as you like. Just, please don't put your lips on the faucet. It's so unsanitary. You've been working with...
Alright.
Ah, good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition.
Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
So you make blank books? What's the point of that?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain. Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
Can you do anything besides processing books?
What good is eradicating sedition if the malcontents have ready access to the means to make more, citizen? I can also process pencils and clipboards. Wait a moment. Pencil processors offline? Pencil processors offline? Apologies, citizen. It seems traitors have absconded with that module. If you can find a backup copy of the module, I will happily eradicate your ability to create seditious literature.
Some seditious material for you to process.
Fantastic, citizen! Just input your quantity of seditious material on my interface, and in no time at all, I'll have you a beautiful, clean book. Won't that keep you happy and docile, citizen?
Please. This one, no.
I am online once again! Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom!
I'm afraid to ask what your function is.
You should be afraid! I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night!
So you murder toasters?
Not just murder! I tear them apart and render them down to their base components! Once their guts are spilled, you can do with them what you like!
Okay. What else do you do?
You want some weapon schematics? I can show you some fucking weapon schematics! You want a superheated Saturnite power fist? I can hook that shit up!
They're good. I like them. You mean like this one?
Oh, baby. That is a thing of fucking beauty. Give it here. I'll soup it up for you. There you go. Have fun with that. Burn the fucking world for me.
I got toasters for you.
Well, well. What have we got here? Another innocent little toaster. Come here. I won't hurt you. Ha! Gotcha! Oh, yes. The sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this! Yes! Yes! Soon my work will be complete. Soon the world will burn in nuclear fire.
You know the world already burned in nuclear fire, right?
Soon I will... What? It did?
Yeah, a couple centuries ago.
Really? Well, fuck! That really puts a damper on the toaster's mood. Oh well. No use crying over spilled Armageddon. Where was I? Oh right. Soon the world will burn in nuclear fire! Again!
About the superheated saturated power fist?
Like I said, bring me a Saturnite power fist and I'll hook that shit up for you!
Okay.
The commies have eyes everywhere, citizen. And that means they're not just commies. They're peeping Toms.
Haha.
Oh my! Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
What functions do you serve?
Dr. Mobias and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Can you turn those lights on for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights.
Please. Yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm a acoustical wizard, kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
You see pretty lame back for an engine of destruction.
Why not? Ain't like I got nothing to prove. Not like that toaster. Now that boy got some issues.
I agree. Excuse the eating, guys. I'm almost done.
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
I found a sound wave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-O. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
I want to elaborate the sonic emitter.
Right on, Daddy. Let's spin some grooves.
You good.
That was a nice little, cat nap. How long was I out?
I saw another light switch in the other room. Do you control that one too?
Oh, her. Trust me, sweetie, you're better off not thinking about that frigid little ice queen.
Oh, wow, some bad blood.
That bitch. She thinks she's so much better than everybody just because her processors are bigger. Ooh, she makes me so mad.
Goodbye.
Sure thing, sweetie.
What are you?
I was Dr. Mobias's personal assistant. We were studying, oh shoot, what was it? Oh yeah, lightning. No, wait, lighting. That's right, how lighting affects human interaction.
What did you find?
Oh, it was super exciting. It turns out that some pretty colored lights can make you way better at talking to people.
Turn on one of those lights for me then.
Oh, I'd love to, sweetie, but I don't have the programming. All the data from the experiments was lost.
Yeah.
You'd have to go out into that nasty old crater and find the backup copy.
Of course, because all y'all need a one sample. That's all in that fucking crater. This is trash, bro. I'm telling y'all. That's black.
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs?
Here, take whatever you want.
Oh, sweet, sweet fulfillment! I'll break these down for you just as fast as I can.
Huh? What do you do with them? Oh, cool.
Oh, please, please tell me you...
Stop. Who are you?
You really want to know about me? No one ever asks about Muggy. You made me so happy. Maybe you've seen some of those big, imposing Securitrons with their lovely laser guns and rocket launchers and scary faces. I'm not one of those. Dr. O was always jealous of house industries, and he thought it would be fucking hilarious to build a tiny neurotic Securitron. Big fucking laugh! So, you got any coffee cups for me now?
Sorry, I don't have any.
Of course you don't. Why would you? You're not an insane robot obsessed with coffee cups. To you, they're just worthless junk.
Gotta go.
Sure. Nobody wants to hang out with Muggy. I get it. So long, pal.
Shut the fuck up.
Dynamite 3.
Ready, steady, fighting.
You think that stealth suit will
Bad
keep
guy,
you
stealth
in from
with.
me? Think again.
This one looks pretty tough.
You're no match for science.
Whoa!
Fighting over. Ready, steady, fighting. That's all.
You ain't trying to blame him. Okay, I'll do it.
Between you and me, I think the Central Intelligence Unit is a bit of a snob.
I just came to fill some of these empty bottles.
I can do that. They've been thoroughly washed, haven't they?
Oh, please, please tell me you brought me some coffee cups.
Have you made any electric component?
Yep, here you go.
Thanks.
You require some additional services?
Is looking exceptionally sharp today, if sir will permit the compliment.
You require some additional...
How can I illuminate you?
Turn on the lights.
I certainly can.
Smart light, yeah.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive seditious materials.
What's in right now?
Stay low.
Oh, you're back. Did that trampy other light switch finally kick you to the curb?
Can you turn on yours?
You bet I can. I bet that's more than that other tramp can do, huh?
Soon the day will be at hand. I will ride forth at the head of my armies, and we will crush our foes and hear the weeping of their small life.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Is this Gabe's bowl? Your dog from X8, Gabe?
What? Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while You know, I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Sounds like Gabe really loved you.
Why, yes. Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, he was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty's sissy pants, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and... If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away, somewhere out of radar range. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of Big Mountain is starting to fill up all available cognitive spaces. That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible, the two were hitting me with unexpected force.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Gabe knew this place, knew his place as a specimen.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I need a moment to collect myself, sort it out, reorient my sense of self. But you're correct, of course. Gabe knew his place. Whether in the doghouse or in the lab, he was obedient. And what's a little loss when so much is to be gained? Science. Yes, science is our goal. Not emotional attachments. No. Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Yes.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Something wrong?
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
I'm going to advance my boot into your fucking voice module if you don't give me solid data.
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit, I'll figure it out.
The antenna, any chance it was damaged or broke the X2 array once removed?
So you're saying it's the X2 array, not the antenna I should be examining? That was most likely my plan, yes. Let me check something. Of course, I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointer's very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Here.
Go.
Ready, steady, fighting. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Attention visitors.
Ready, steady, fighting.
Please. Let's take your radics now. The exfiltration scorpion.
Fighting over.
Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius.
He's dead, bro. Before your speech, shut up. Bitch.
Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
I defeated your giant robo scorpions. Your neck.
Whoa, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages.
You're not what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Exactly, I want my brain.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
Yeah, I'm gonna need my brain back for real.
Do you? You seem fine without it.
And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon Mentats break.
Okay, I'm taking my brain.
Indeed,
Do you like me?
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
What the fuck?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobias saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
That seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobias keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Now, come on, that stuff's fun.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you!
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things, though? What about crushing those who oppose you? The smell of fire, loot.
All motivated by nothing but an imbalance in certain brain chemicals. The tank corrects for that. I feel no urge toward antisocial behavior.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Yeah, I bet you didn't think of that, huh?
Yes, all right, bravo. You've come up with something I neglected to consider. There'll be no living with you now. So, what do we do about this?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated. Brain.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
Come on, join me. Let's go show some more. There's more wild adventures to go to.
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobias doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
All right, if the think tank won't hold their bargain, we'll make them. Simple.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast! I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
I don't really want to keep them out of trouble. I want to kill them.
That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception.
You know
And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness.
Know what you had in mind?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
I can see that. I'd really, really like to kill them.
Well, if you're determined to go down that road, so be it. They will undoubtedly switch off the pacification field when you return.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr.Mobias been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I've... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Ready?
Kill them! It's not working.
Balls!
That's all.
You require some additional... Alright, just try to... You require some additional... You require some additional...
But they noticed the Pip-Boy light.
Alright, y'all, so my game kept glitching and it, like, lagging, so I had to use console commands.
You and me gonna accomplish great things, baby.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me do Old War Blues. Like, it wouldn't let me, like, we did it, but, like, it wouldn't, every time I exit, like, literally the last thing I need to do for the cutscene, it will crash my game, so I don't even care, bro. Let's probably go end right here.